Hey Swaggy Swan family, I'm so happy you're tuned in. Let's jump right in. So let's get started. All of the aloe vera treatments in the world, the rice water hair growth treatments, both of those are great hair growth treatments, but they will mean absolutely nothing and will not get you to this point like you see here with my daughter Savannah, where I started these treatments and hair care and have her hair flourishing to where it is now. All of those will mean nothing if you don't understand your child's hair type and get a weekly routine or monthly routine that makes sense. I'm going to discuss her weekly or monthly hair wash and style routine for kinky curly hair. In this clip you see here, people often ask me, why don't you always put Savannah's hair in an afro like you did when she was younger, the curly fro? Oh, we love it, we love it. Here's why in this clip that you see here. She's older, she's in daycare, she's outside more versus when she was a baby. So by the end of the day, her curly fro will look like that and shrivel up to nothing from sweat and just from the environment taking a toll on her hair. So to get it rejuvenated like this, it takes a lot. And there aren't a lot of kinky hair tutorial videos on YouTube. There's a lot for just curly or straighter hair, so I figured I'd do this for you guys. In terms of styling after washing, I go for this simple sock bun look here. You've seen her, it's an elegant look, it works for toddlers and kids, and I would recommend that if you're taking a break from the protective styles and need the hair to breathe after washing. So let's get into the washing routine. So here's a really useful shower cap for toddlers or kids. It has the adjustable band in the back so it grows with them. You can actually get that off of Amazon. That's where I found this one for her. And you'll see in a little bit how the water kind of just runs over and away from her face. So if your child makes hair washing time just, I don't know, a terror, or you're having trouble, definitely bring in reinforcements like toys. I always let Savannah play with her toys. And let's get into the shampoo that I use. This is a oldie but a goodie. If you've been rocking with us since she was 4 weeks old, then you know I love that shampoo and I recommend you guys pick that up. I still use it every now and then. I just love it. It is the Raw Shea Chamomile and Argan Oil Baby Shampoo by Shea Moisture. No, this is not sponsored. I'm just telling you what always worked for her. I recommend that if your child is a newborn, even up to the toddler stage. Like I said, every now and then I go back to it. It's very lightweight, but it gets the job done. And I feel like it's definitely not harsh. I love this stuff. So as you can see, as soon as I start putting the shampoo in Savannah's hair and kind of begin elongating her curls, completely different. You start to actually see the length of her hair, and keep in mind I'm not even pressing out or really pulling out at the root, so it is actually longer than this. So that kind of answers a lot of the other questions that I get sometimes about how come her hair looks shorter in this and how come her hair looks longer in this. Well, that is why. Depending on how I manipulate her hair, if I apply more tension or depending on how I style it, then you can really see the true length. But this just gives you an idea of how much shrinkage she really gets and how much she really sweats at the root of her hair. And naturally her hair just kinks up and it's super thick at the root and continues to grow thin. And hopefully this is helpful for a lot of parents or caregivers whose children have similar hair to Savannah, where it's not that loose curl that's kind of easier to work with, but more of a very kinkier curly style that gets very thick and is manipulated by weather during the week, which can make styling and just handling your child's hair a lot more difficult. Don't worry, I get it. So I make sure I shampoo her hair thoroughly. I really let that sit in there and work in there, and then I rinse it out. And again, the reason this is going so smoothly is because she's used to me being in her hair. Also because we have that shower cap on, so that as the water begins to pour down, it does not get into her face. So definitely try to invest in something like this, because your child might be fearful or giving you a hard time if they just don't like to get water in their eyes. And this is a tear-free shampoo as well. So as you can see, this shower cap allows the water to just drip over her face. I rinse her hair out thoroughly, and I do a leave-in conditioner, especially going into this fall season, and I'm going to show you what I do. So right here you can see Savannah's hair looked all shriveled up and very short, right? I'm going to apply this leave-in conditioner by Urban Hydration. It's an avocado oil and argan oil coconut leave-in conditioner mixed with a whole bunch of great things, as you can see there. I really like this leave-in conditioner. It is cream based. I like that it is geared towards protecting the hair and the coils. It also says that it repairs damage, defines curls, and most of all, it adds moisture. So I always work in sections with her hair. I recommend you doing that to your child's hair as well. Starting with that back section, I work it through, and as you can see, my fingers were able to easily go through the back section of the hair, which means that it's nice and moisturized. Now I'm just going to make sure it's tangle free. Always starting at the ends of her hair, I comb them out softly, making sure to hold the hair stable so that I'm not pulling at her head or causing any unnecessary tension, which also, if your child is tenderheaded, it can be especially stressful if your child has kinky hair. Be very careful when you're doing your weekly or monthly routine for hair washing, and handle the hair with care. Most importantly, next I'm going to apply the authentic Jamaican black castor oil. This is for hair growth purposes. I have been using it in her hair since she was about 4 weeks old. More information about that and how to order is always in the description box of the videos. So I'm going to use that convenient dropper, and I'm going to apply it all across the part that I've created on the back of the head. And I'm going to do that like so. So you're going to want to part the hair and apply this all throughout. I'm just showing you this back section, of course, but you're going to want to get the entire head with this stuff. You don't need to overdo it. It is of a thicker consistency. Now I'm going to add some leave-in conditioning cream. This is important. Now this one is by Camille Rose, the brand, and this is called the Rice Milk and Macadamia Oil Hair Milk. I've been using this for a while in her hair too. Anything rice water related or cream moisturizers, kinky hair responds really well to, at least Savannah's does. So I would definitely say to try that. It locks in the moisture and it holds longer in her hair when it is a cream based versus a liquid. So now that I've put that in that section that I'm working with there, I'm going to add the Camille Rose Honey Hydrate Leave-In. This is extremely hydrating. If you know anything about honey, it is phenomenal. It gives you maximum hydration, and you can use it as a leave-in on freshly conditioned hair. So we've already conditioned the hair with the Camille Rose hair milk, and now we're going to go in with this nice, oh my God, honey is so bomb, guys. Try to invest in this. Hopefully you can find it in your local area. I go ahead and I put it in very small sections of the hair and eventually working it throughout the entire head. So working in that back section, you just want to take that honey hydration and smooth it in. Again, this is so good for kinky curly hair. If your child has hair like Savannah, trust me, it helps lock in that moisture. I really love this stuff. It's great for her hair, and I love the results it gives. Now I'm going to go ahead and in the back and middle of Savannah's hair is really where it gets the driest. So what I like to do is, after applying that honey leave-in, I go ahead and I start a 2-strand twist. So I'm basically getting 2 pieces of the hair, 2 halves of that section, and I'm wrapping them around and around, literally creating a twist. And when I get to the end of her hair, really important, I don't twist down to the end. I actually just coil curl it with my finger by doing a little wraparound. So as I get to the end, I will show you that. Really important to make sure you're moisturizing those ends of the hair, because that's where breakage usually starts. Now, wrapping it around slowly, I'm going to go ahead, coil curl it at that end, and I'll zoom in and show you guys what that looks like so you can mimic the same thing in your child's hair. And there you have it. That is what the finger coil at the end looks like we have us a nice, juicy, hydrated 2-strand twist. And again, I primarily do this on the back and middle of her hair, and I'm actually only going to leave it in for a little bit as I work on the rest of her hair. I allow that to sit, let that hydration really get into those tresses, and when I'm done, I actually unravel them and I'm going to comb it up into that bun style that I was telling you guys about at the beginning of the video. So again, finger coiling those ends, making sure to wrap in and lock in that moisture with the twist. So I'm adding that moisture milk on all pieces, and again, I'll go in with the honey, comb out starting with the ends first, and go ahead and do that 2-strand twist. Let's cut in here and show you about shrinkage. Boom, most of you came for this, so here you go. When elongated and stretched out somewhat, you can see there's obviously a big difference between how Savannah's hair falls naturally and how it is when stretched out at true length. So there, I noticed I could probably do a little trimming. I'll save that for another video. I'm going to show you my hair too. My hair, as you can see, similar curl pattern. And much like Savannah, when my hair is washed, it shrivels up very thick at the root, but in the length of it is when it kind of thins out and does its own thing. I'm showing you here in its natural state, also very curly, and it shrivels up. However, when manipulated, stretched out, pressed, whatever you may have it, you can see its true length. So I also like to just keep my hair when it's natural out and I need a breather in a bun, which is similar to what I do with my child Savannah's hair. So just a little tip, if you have similar hair to your child, don't be afraid to use the same steps you're using in your hair, in theirs, of course, as long as it's appropriate and makes sense. I was able to figure out along the way as Savannah gets older what was happening to her hair, and ding, a light bulb went off. She's now in daycare, she's doing more activities. So unlike when she was younger, and I could put it in that curly fro, because really and truly when they're younger, they're mostly in the house and with you. Weather's not taking a toll on the hair, and other things with more sweating and all of that outside stuff doesn't affect it. So I had to learn quickly, okay, time to increase protective styles, update her hair wash routine, and do stuff to get maximum hydration. So as you can see, I took out those twists. I'm brushing her hair up, preparing it for that bun. And this is a medium bristle brush, meaning not too soft, not too hard. And I'm just taking that. I've already moisturized the hair. I'm going to tease the afro puff just a little bit, enough to where I can get the bun how I want it in a sec. And here's what I would say: don't do too much manipulation to your child's hair. Simple styles on their natural hair, when you're not doing stuff such as braids or twists throughout the whole head, it's just simple is much better. So as a part of her weekly or monthly routine, however many times I choose to wash her hair in between styles that I keep in for a longer period of time, this is what I do. Simple, easy stuff on her hair that is not going to be a lot of tension on it. That is key. Less tension, protective styles. So I'm just 2-strand twisting with the coils at the end for that front part, creating her little mini bangs. I like to do that the way that I have Savannah's hair trimmed and the way I'm training it. As you can see, she has the bang look in the front and longer hair throughout the rest of her hair. Your child, you can do what you want to do. This is what I do with mine. And as you can see, she loves her hair. It's lightweight, free. She loves it, which is key. Make sure you're always encouraging your children, letting them know their hair is beautiful, letting them be involved in the process, having them smile, always making sure to tell them how lovely their hair is, how lovely they are. Whether short, long, kinky, curly, straight, easy to manage, more challenging to manage, it doesn't matter. Feed into them that beautiful spirit of knowing that their hair is their hair. It can be managed. And most importantly, show them that you're not stressing about it. You have it under control, so they can build up that confidence also. So again, please make sure positive words of encouragement about their hair is a part of your weekly routine as well. So quick recap: whether you wash kinky curly hair once a month, twice, or weekly, make sure you use a gentle shampoo. Make sure you're hydrating effectively with great cream-based moisturizers. Comb out the hair thoroughly for tangles. Use tension-free styles, and you're on your way for successful hair growth, retention, and an awesome routine. You're doing great. God loves you, and we love you too.